What's happening, Joe? This is Drew Faizon. You listen to the Noteexchange podcast.
Alright, that's good. That's good. Alright, so we just gonna start with the questions.
Better though.
So, who are you?
Alright, my name is Drew Faizon. I come from the east side of Chicago, right off 87th, 85th and Bennett to be exact.
The east side of Chicago. So, alright, there's a lot of stigmas on like what the east side actually is, bro. So can you give us like where's the starting line for you? Because I think it's like King Drive east to the lake. I used to think it was Stony Island east.
Ah, damn. You know, I'd give it to King Drive. If they want to be east side, you feel me? Like, I'm not going to tell them no, you feel me? But personally, I used to always just say south side, so obviously we started adopting the east side shit. You know what I'm saying? I just took it and ran with it. I ain't going to lie to you. Like, so, east side it is. I don't really know exactly what that is. So I just feel like if you're from the east side, you know it.
Alright, who's the guy next to you?
My man's right next to me is Grady. He's 6'9". My man's tall as hell. And he got his own clothing line. You feel me? SS. Please look that shit up. Local, soon to be global. Man, he's known me since first grade. Like, since I was a shorty. And he done seen the growth from when I was trash all the way to when I actually ended up having some experience in not being trash. You feel me? Like, it's been a long journey. A long one, but he's been with me like ever since the jump, so obviously I wouldn't really have nobody else by my side, you feel me?
Alright, so is Drew Faizon your real name or is this just a stage name?
Drew Faizon is my stage name, but I got it based off circumstances. My real name is Daryl Hill, but I consider Drew Faizon my real name because my father's name is Daryl Hill, and my name is also Daryl Hill, but he doesn't have a middle name. So being in the household with him until I was about like 12 or 13, my mom would yell out Daryl and both of us would speak up. So obviously my middle name being Andrew, I took Drew. And they called me Drew and I just kind of took it and ran with it. I was always Drew at home. But then high school came around and around the time my brother got locked up a long time ago off some bullshit. When he came back, he had a conversation with my mom. My maiden last name is Faison, but when he came back from jail, he was talking to my mom. He's like, "Oh, our last name is it's pronounced Faizon." And my mom's like, "I've been around for like 45 years. I'm pretty sure I know how to say my last name." But I love the fuck out my older brother, and I've had inspiration out the ass from writing them letters is exactly what really probably got me into music. So just overhearing that, I adopted the name Faizon, and I was Faizon for a long time till it got to a certain point where I felt like I was getting better. I was no longer just a Faizon that was just rapping with no subject, anything like that. It got to a point where I was really developing, so I felt like there should be a name change too. So I adopted Drew from my mom and then Faizon from my brother and just put it together, Drew Faizon.
Gotcha. So you said the relationship with your brother. I feel like African Americans, like we probably are the closest to our kinfolk.
Yes.
You know,
yeah,
like can you just like talk about the relationship between you and your brother?
When I was younger, I remember my brother it was me, my brother Jerry, my brother Chris. Jerry's the oldest by far. I think like damn near 8, 9 years on me. My brother Chris, who only got like a year and a half on me. And for a long time, it was really, emotionally, it was me, my mom, and obviously those two. My dad lived with us, but you know what I'm saying, it is what it is. Still got love for him, obviously. But at some point he had kind of left. But before that happened, man, Jerry was like an inspiration to me. I really don't know why it was. It's just, there was something about his demeanor that really came off as, this is who I am. It was just real nigga. I don't know what it was. It was just real. And I remember sitting down on them steps and seeing like red and blue lights shining into my living room window. And I was sitting there like, the hell is this? And I could hear like yelling at the table. And it was my mom, my dad, and my brother Jerry. And I remember like hearing like, come out, put your hands up, blah, blah, blah. And I remember him going out there and me not seeing him again till like we visited, and I'm like really young. So it was crazy like when they took him away from me and I hadn't seen him, and no one ever really tells you why that is. You just, one day you don't see him, you see him in handcuffs and you question it, you don't really know what the hell going on. So it started making you like kind of grow up a little bit, and you start really seeing that shit. You miss them, then you writing these letters constantly back and forth. You're not understanding where the hell they going, but you at the same time you understand exactly where they going. And like he's telling me like keep up with the music, and he's like asking me like what's out, like who has like the hottest verse, blah blah. He's constantly writing this to me when I was shorty, like, and I don't know why. I guess those letters really got me invested in music to the point I was like, you know what? I'm gonna try. I know this is what he fucks with, and I fuck with it myself. I think I'm gonna try to shift this tide and probably get into it like myself, and that's probably how I got into rapping. So it's probably due to Jerry, and my brother Chris is also a producer, and I don't know, it's always been super close knit. Like if one of them's hurt, I'm hurt instantly. If something happens to any of them, I feel an immediate need to be there. I'm 6.5 hours away. I will drive overnight as soon as some shit happens with no problem. Like, I don't know. I don't even know if it is black family. There's something about us, bro.
Yeah.
We look out for our own. We already got enough struggles as it is against us with society as a whole, and with 12 and like all these situations that we put in, and being in like environments with a lot of poverty that's like all constricted and et cetera, that when something happens, you know, we don't even expect to see 21. So, you know, with the time that you do have on this earth, you really need to spend it loving those that give a fuck about you. So, that's what I really think about, like the tight knit of the black family, especially mine.
Do you want to speak about what he did or not?
I'd rather not. I'm gonna lie to you.
For sure. Alright, so you said your brother was producer. Did he produce any music on your tape?
He didn't produce any project on my tape. He will definitely be on my next one. The reason he didn't is because I had been working on A Portrait From Delores for a long time. Like, it done had so many goddamn names, you know. I done had like the Godson. I done had all sorts of weird names and shit, like, until I found out who I was. And when I had the beat selection, I really focused on transitions. So I needed every beat to kind of line with the next song so everything went along smoothly. And it just so happened that the beat or beats he had given me didn't necessarily fit into it. But I'm working on my second one. And yeah, that's definitely one that I have my goddamn eye on. You be on the lookout for it. I'm not gonna say nothing else about it.
You got a name for it?
The project?
Yeah.
Yeah, the second project is gonna be called Free 95. It's $ capital FREE period 95. That one is gonna be some shit. That's gonna be some shit. I look forward to that one.
Can you give my brother a verse on it?
I haven't actually written. I wrote something to it. Actually, it's the intro. Let me see. Have you ever felt your heart bleed? Tell me, have you ever felt your heart leave? Yeah. Absence of a heartbeat, and all you ever wanted was your heart free. Yeah. So much in store, been 24 hours never closing up. My back against the wall, but from your angle it seemed like I'm holding up. And I came front, got clouded emotions mixed with hella pain, but still a king. So you might hit in the clouds and I cry, I'll rain. Viewpoint, perspective, you mirror your thoughts and reflect them. If you kicking down doors, you let them in, and kicking down doors, you try to make exit. Shit. Got trouble expressing these words that I'm blessed with. So I take my talent to the booth and I lay that shit like my girl edges. But why am I not satisfied? And why I feel like my smile's a lie? And why I feel like I'm hoarding pain? And why I feel like it's more the same. Only time I'm staying is when a nigga trying to leave a mark. Spoke with my actions, I've been stop relaxing, so why do it feel like I'm back at the start? Yeah, if you got answers, stop holding out. Should know by now, alone and down. And it's like a whole lot of other shit, this is straight through.
That's sick, man.
Thank you. I'm mixing mastering it right now, so hopefully by the end of the night, tonight or tomorrow, I'll actually have it official, and you know what I'm saying, that's the intro to my shit. It speaks on my mom getting cancer recently, and et cetera, you know what I'm saying, so I'm trying to,
You going through it.
I mean, in a sense, yeah, I think music is definitely my way of being expressive, because I feel like in regular life, it's real easy to take those emotions and just bottle them up, not speak on them, just come off as hard. Like, But at the same time, I feel like at this point, I really got nothing to prove. Like, I'm not really trying to come off as hard. And with something that I can use as a tool to actually get shit off of my chest, music helps me alleviate that by a long shot. And it keeps me sane. Definitely keeps me sane. So I might be going through it, but I feel like as long as I got a mic in front of me.
Oh no, that's not a good thing, because with life experience,
yeah,
you will make great music.
That is extremely true.
That's why I'm going through what I'm going through.
Yeah.
It's only building my character as an artist.
And that's beautiful, because like a lot of niggas can take that and like only talk about like 2 or 3 things about like, oh, I'm finna smoke this dope and et cetera, et cetera. And that, you know what I'm saying, however you choose to express it, I'd have nothing against it, but we all gotta realize how much character this shit really gives us. We all got our own specific story.
It builds you.
Yeah, there's no reason no one shouldn't know your story, especially if you got the ability to talk about it.
And that's the thing that I always tell artists and rappers and singers.
Yeah.
Tell your side of the story.
Yes.
Tell them.
Yeah.
Tell your side of the story. And this is, thank God for life.
That's real.
It's teaching you.
Yeah.
It's teaching you. I see it's teaching you.
Oh, my bad, bro. I like people who can actually hold an interview. Let's talk about A Portrait from Delores. Where does that name come from?
A Portrait from Delores, a picture's worth 1,000 words. So I always wanted to dedicate my first project to my mom. My mom is Delores. For those who have heard the project, they already know that. But
Drewski?
Yeah. But yeah, my mom, I love the fuck out of her, man. Like, she is one of the only people that's been there for me every day of my life and has never had a moment where she didn't show me love. And she's really the one that taught me to reciprocate love and to even give it, even when you know it's not going to be reciprocated, because that's what you want to put into the world. My mom, just beautiful inside and out, to the point where it's a constant inspiration for me, like, to do better with my life. Even when I have no options, I feel like I got an option to still be that good person. So with The Portrait of Delores, I just feel like there's so many colors, especially like when I'm rapping, I see like colors and like the sonics of music. I can like see certain colors with certain songs. So it's kind of like just a portrait, like paint everywhere. But when I rap, I see myself in it too, but I know who it comes from. So that's why the name of the project was A Portrait From Delores, because I'm of her, and she's the one that made me into the one I am, like, in love. So throughout the whole project, I'm really just trying to spread love. I show my downs, my ups, my downs, and my ways of making it back up, all while spreading love and telling myself to love myself. So, yeah.
What's your favorite song on the two?
Woo!
Wait, before you give me that, there's a difference between your favorite and the best one that you made.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay. Yes, there's a clear difference of favorite and the best song to me. My favorite song I made would have to be I Got You. And that's because, for one, when it comes to recording, I take 1,000,001 takes. I am a perfectionist to the goddamn death of me. Like, yeah, I can record. It takes me a day, maybe, for like a song. Like, I might leave and come back to it. But with I Got You, I think it's the only song on the entire project, the entire album, that was one take. Didn't even stop. I just did the whole fucking thing. It sounded so natural. It's a song that I feel like I was kind of chasing the sound to make my entire career. Like, even when I was weak as fuck trying to get better, that's definitely what I was aiming for. And it's a song where I shout out my homie Grady, I shout out ABM, I shout out everybody that's made me to the person I am. I still give off them bars like, what was it? Like a mommy turned daddy, ain't I transparent? Like, there's a whole lot of nice ass lines, but there's a whole lot of meaning to me thanking everybody and truly spreading love, to the point where I would be wrong if I didn't say that was my favorite. Plus the bass in that go crazy. But everything about that song is just, it's perfect for me. Period. But the best song, objectively, to me, would be I Love You. Because that song can go so many different ways. It's not a song dedicated to telling other people that I love them. It's a song that I dedicated to myself after feeling a lack of love, telling myself that I love myself and that there's somebody that loves you and that somebody understands you. For a long time, there hadn't really been a song that really I could listen to, that I could actually relate to, especially throughout depression. Like, so with that one, I feel like that was the one that I needed to make, in a sense of the bars were there, the sound was there. It wasn't focused on kicks and bass and etc. etc. It was really focused off of emotion, and the writing to it was just, I feel like it was beautiful and really objectively my best song that I've ever written, at least so far. Obviously, I always aim to top myself, but that one, I think that's my holy grail for right now. And everybody has their favorites.
That's got a nigga.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got a nigga. That's got a lot of love. Ironically, overseas, they love God and a nigga. Like, and it'd be the main ones that can't say nigga. they love that.
But you gotta know, they in their room.
That is being said.
Hey, but at least they know your lyrics.
Yeah, exactly. I ain't gonna sit down and lie. Look, they know the words. Thank you to all of you.
Online, he was like, "What's up, my nigga?"
You ain't
nigga. Ain't funny as hell.
You wish you was a nigga.
Oh my god.
Yeah, God and nigga is my favorite. I'm not sure which song it is anymore, but that's a song on there when you say, if she didn't open up that door, then it wouldn't be a me no more. Did you deal with suicide thoughts?
That song is Closure. Closure is my 7-minute 30 song, second song with everything on Closure's real. Matter of fact, any thought or anything that I've said on the entire project, it's all real. I definitely dealt with depression for around 8 years. Like, it started real young. And it's always those signs that no one really picks up on, and you start to justify it to yourself by saying, "Oh man, I'm introverted," or like, "Oh, this is just kind of like a character thing." When it's not necessarily so sure that, like, no, this is exactly what it is. I really started dealing with it probably when I was around 19. That's when it started really getting serious. And
how old are you now?
I'm 22 at the moment. See, it's been a long ass minute. There's been times, like, I got a song called Failed Attempt, literally based off a failed attempt that happened on like August 28th, and then my birthday was August 30th. Like, I don't know, this is like, everything on there was real. Like, everything that happened on Closure was real. My girl, I still gotta think of this day. Obviously, I love her. Like, but even when that happened, like, I remember being at the hospital and like looking at it and just saying, "I got me." Like, and when they actually asked, like, "Why did you do it?" I wasn't saying like, "Oh nah, like, I'm just doing this to, like, kill myself." I'm saying I'm doing it to feel better, because in my mind I had justified that non-existence at that point would feel better than existence. And a lot of times people mistake just being sad and whatnot for depression, when actually depression is a legitimate problem that, especially in the Black community, take more seriously. Mental illness is some shit, like, and it takes a lot to get over. Cognitive behavioral therapy, if you need therapists, let it be known. If you need somebody by your side, let it be known. Don't let that introvertedness especially take over for you and have you block yourself off from everyone else. I learned that the hard way. You know what I'm saying? My fucking kidney and my liver ain't too fucking hot, but at the end of the day, I made it through. You know what I'm saying? I got my therapist, I got my psychiatrist, like, shout out Sharman. But yeah, like, I've been through some shit. I'm not gonna lie to you. I've been through some shit, and I'm kind of glad I made it on the other side, because it's a lot of people that probably didn't make it to the other side. But there's light at the end of the tunnel, regardless, and the light might not be as bright as you think it is, but there's a light. So, to anyone out there.
But the crazy thing is that you wear it.
Yeah.
You wear it.
I wear it.
Yeah. Not the struggle part, but
Yeah.
you wear the light.
Yeah, exactly. Like,
I see it on you.
Thank
so
you.
I already know.
Like,
I already know. I've been just watching. I just
Yeah.
been watching. That's why I said when you talking about your music, you write your side of the story. I'm like, you wearing it. Like you wearing the storm is over.
Yeah, and
that's what you write.
Yeah, and I would love.
That's what you read. That's what you wear.
That's beautiful in itself. I appreciate you caught that because especially the people that's actually been through it. Not on no corny shit, because a lot of people just say like, "Oh, I'm depressed," but there's people out there that real life would rather take their life, and I was one of them. And I can actually say I was in that same position. I was that person that was attempting. I was the person that used hella medications and over drinking and mixing shit and would like much rather be on the other side. But because I made it through that shit, I know that other people can too. And I would be stupid to tell you like, oh no, the other side's better. No, there's always a light at the end of the tunnel. So like you said, I'm wearing it, and I'm gonna wear this shit till the day I die, so I can reach as many people as I fucking can. And I'm gonna tell my side of the story that way people can know it's all legitimate. It's not a fucking game. Like I'm serious as fuck, and I'm showing you like my talent will speak for itself, and you'll be able to actually feel me. And there's always somebody for you, and my music will be specifically for you. So, yeah. Appreciate it.
You talked about like you have to know the signs. Like what are the signs?
Man, when you start losing color, when you start seeing every day as numb, when you stop giving a fuck about anything but in a sense of things that you should give a fuck about, you no longer do. When you find yourself in a room by yourself, but it's not because you're introverted and you appreciate your privacy, it's because you starting to hate people and you starting to hate life in itself. But it's obviously, as you're going through it, it's really hard to pick up on the signs because you normalize it as you go on. Like every day to day you start to say, this is just how life is fucked up, life is stupid, etc., etc. But it really takes for you to step outside your body for one day to say, whoa, like that's not normal. It's not normal. Humans are social animals. It's not normal for me to feel this way. It's not normal for me to think, be inside. It's not normal for me to look outside on a sunny day and it be the equivalent of a cloudy day, equivalent of nighttime. Like, when you stop cherishing those moments that you have and you start questioning all those moments, I feel like those are telltale signs that you need to seek help, whether it be from close relative, whether it be from therapy. Not everybody can afford that shit. Like, but let somebody know, as hard as it is, especially in the days of masculinity, to really tell someone else how you feel, it's hella important. Hella important. So I feel like those are the signs, at least that I had to deal with, and then really questioning life. And instead of getting enjoyment out of every day, it became more of a, let's get this goddamn day over with. Like, those are signs that you might actually be dealing with some shit and you should probably get that checked out.
What's the runtime?
It's 27.
27 minutes.
Damn!
Alright, stop that and start a new one. What time? How many numbers on top of it?
What you mean? I don't know what's going on here, brother.
Oh, we still good. I'm just making sure the car wasn't full.
I ain't that tall. It's ain't 99 now.
Yeah, that makes it least. We haven't even touched like raised it.
Hey, I want some chicken.
I'm good. I
There's
just
some
had
pizza back there, too.
I just had some shots. Bro said-
My wife ordered food for everybody.
You was just talking about eating this shit. So. I just had shots.
Stop it. Still good. Let's hit the start. Stop it. We gonna
Sorry, you stop.